Peace, love, and soul. This is Nubia Ankh, and I am making this video to do a birthday reading for myself and the Capricorn new moon reading for myself because I am a Capricorn. Yes, I am. I just had my double three birthday yesterday, and I want to thank each and every one of you beautiful people that took the time to send me special birthday wishes like peace, love, blessings, good health, joy, happiness, success. Blessed, blessed, blessed. Thank you all so much. So let's get into this reading because I am filming this video doing business hours, and since it's kind of quiet, I'm going to go ahead and drop right into it, okay? So to begin the reading, I like to do something called feather smudging. Now, feather smudging is an ancient Egyptian, African, Indian way of cleansing your aura and cleansing the atmosphere of any negative energy that could clog or block the clairvoyancy of your spirit guide and the medium or conduit or clairvoyant that is reading your cards. Okay, so we do that by starting with a piece of charcoal, and the charcoal represents the earth. The earth is so beautiful and abundant and fertile, but if you know anything about the earth, you know that in the deep dark coal mines is where they find some of the most beautiful jewels of the earth. They find gold, they find diamonds, they find rubies and exotic jewels in the coal mines. So we're going to use the earth, and we're going to ignite the earth with if you can see, this is a good old Bic. A good old Bic. We're going to use this Bic to light the charcoal. And the charcoal will start to spark and go all sporadic, because now we have created a kind of like a spontaneous combustion reaction in the charcoal right now, and it's going to get very hot, so I have to put it down. Okay, so we have our charcoal here on our flower chalice, and it's getting hot and it's popping and crackling and sparking all over the place. So we're going to sit that down so we don't get burned, honey, because we don't want that. We don't need that. Okay, so meanwhile, we're going to go ahead and just start to do some shuffling with the cards just to get them all good and mixed in. And cards are already jumping out of the deck. So we're just going to put them back in because we're going to kind of like do the smudging before we do any of the reading of the cards, okay? And, all right, so once the sparking and the sizzling and popping of the charcoal has subsided, then we can start to blow it. You can blow on it just to get it hotter so it can just become completely lit so you can burn whatever you want to burn on it. And what we're going to burn is a blend of resins that I like to call love, blessings, and protection, okay? So as you can see, I'm blowing the charcoal and it is hot. So now we're going to begin to add our resins, and I like to keep the resins in this little heart-shaped bowl, and we're just going to add a mixture of the resin and this love powder, dragon's blood, prosperity powder, protection powder, sage, hyssop, bay leaves, lavender, chamomile, lemongrass, orange peel, angelica. This is just a mixture of herbs all together, but we call it love, blessings, and protection. Okay, so now we're going to use our feather fan to just cleanse the space of any negative energy. And this is a part of the reading. When you come in for a reading, our tarot card readings here at Cosmic Goddess are $25, and that includes the feather smudging to cleanse your aura, and it also includes a hand washing and your reading. Okay, so again, we're just fanning the resin smoke, love, blessings, protection, and we may say a little mantra like all stress, all negativity, all fear, all evil, all doubt, get out. Your presence is not wanted. And we call on the angelic beings and the spirit guides for your love, your blessings, and your protection. And then what I like to also do as a part of our readings is I add a mixture of holy mint oil. And this holy mint oil is very healing for the respiratory and is very clearing for the mind. So what I will do is, once I have cleansed you with our love, blessings, and protection, is I will add a little bit of our holy mint healing oil and ask you to take in 3 long deep breaths. And this process is very calming and very clearing for the mind. We call on the angelic beings, the spirit guides, the guardian angels, the ancestors of unconditional love. Guide us from above as we maneuver our way through this matrix, this web of life. Help me to overcome any hindrance, any distractions, any negativity, any fear, any doubt. Let thy will be done. Blessed Ashe. And that's kind of what we do for this, the feather smudging to cleanse the aura. Remember, we used the charcoal as the earth, and then we used the fire, and then we're fanning the air. So we are working with the natural elements of nature. Now we're going to work with the element of water, and we're just going to grab a Kleenex, right, and place it on our lap. And then I like to use natural sources of water. So if I don't get the water from God's healing, well, let me change the way I'm saying that. If I have a chance to get water from God's healing springs, then I will use that water. Otherwise, I will use God's healing spring water that rains down when it rains. Okay. So this right here is rainwater, and we're just going to wash our hands. And we are very thankful for our hands, because our hands do a lot for us all day, each and every day, okay? And we take in the 3 deep breaths because your breath is so important. If you were to ever stop breathing, your body would fall to the ground, your mind would shut down, and if too much time passed, your spirit would not hang around. So taking in 3 long deep breaths will always help to bring you back to your center and to your clarity. And yeah, and this is all just a ritualistic way of cleansing, okay? So we have washed our hands. We are thankful for these hands to be free, okay, and not in no handcuffs, so we can handle things. All right. So that's a washing of the hands. Now we're gonna get into the reading. So I like to ring the bell. And I do this to clear the energy. This is a vibrational way of cleansing using sound. And remember, the bell is the way to let freedom ring. Okay. And now we're going to begin shuffling for this reading. Now, because I'm doing this reading for myself, I may do it a little differently. I'm probably just going to shuffle it and see what cards come out for me. Let's see, I already have cards coming out. Okay. So I have two cards that have already came out of the deck for me. The first card that came out for me is the Two of Cups. Now, the Two of Cups is the Lord of Love. So, is love on my mind? Of course it is, because I love myself. And I just had this wonderful birthday, and I am looking for another kind of love, a little luscious love, okay? So, this is the Two of Cups card, which is my first card that came out for my reading. The next cup that came out for my reading is the Justice card, okay? So the Justice card talks about truth being told, justice, balance in a situation. So I am looking for the type of love that will be a balance in my life, because I'm a single woman, you know, and even though I love myself and I take good care of myself, I would like to have someone in my life that I can share this with, you know. And that's what this card is talking about. Companionship. Companionship is like the scales. It's the balance. You know what I'm saying? Like, no one wants to be alone all the time. And then nobody wants to be like up under somebody all the time either. But you do want that balance. You know what I'm saying? You want to have that time to spend with someone and just express your love. And that is what I would like. Okay, so those are the first two cards that I have come out for my reading. I was just making sure no other ones jumped out that I did not get to catch. All right, so I'm going to keep shuffling this deck. Okay, so I have now two other cards that have came out of the deck for me. All right, this next card that came out for me is the Blasted Tower. Okay, now the Tower card, it talks about change. It talks about a breaking down of something to be restructured and rebuilt. Okay, just like the towers got hit. See, like this tower got hit by something, a missile, a plane, like the World Trade Center. Sorry to use that reference. Peace and love to everybody who was involved in 9/11. But anyway, this card is the Tower card. And the tower got blasted, okay? So this is just saying that, yes, my love life got blasted. It did. Because the man that I have been in love with, we had an altercation, okay? And it ended kind of like this tower getting blasted, all right? And I'm looking to rectify that situation. No one wants to, like, have a relationship that ended and then give up on love. I'm definitely not giving up on love just because some men can't handle being with a goddess. It's okay. Bless it. All right. But this Tower card also talks about something being restructured. Okay. Something being like an ending to something and then something being having to be rebuilt. Okay. That's what the Tower card is saying. All right. So the next card that I had was the Four of Wands, okay? And the Four of Wands is perfected work, okay? So something else that I want to say about this is, let me just admit it, dating life can be a lot like this, okay? Like the towers, okay? Dating life can be like, okay, it's going good. Then all of a sudden there's a discrepancy, or someone might have a little trouble with their finances or something that changes the whole situation. So this is the Tower card. Is this card speaking to me? Yes, it has, because my love life has been like the Tower over the last year. Okay. The next card that I was talking about was the Four of Wands card. The Four of Wands is perfected work. And this is just saying that anything worth having is going to take some work. Anything worth having is going to take some work at it to make it be perfect, to make it work. Now, practice makes perfect, but in order for it to become perfect, you have to keep practicing at it. You don't just give up. So in relationships, when you have an argument or a disagreement, if you really have love for one another, you're supposed to be able to work at it and make it work. Okay, so this reading has gotten so personal, but I'm sharing it with y'all. Okay, so I have love and justice. Yes, I want justice in my love. I want my love to finally come together and be right. In the past, I have had this tower situation with my love and relationships. It will be off to a good start, or whatever I have built will be standing, and then all of a sudden, there's like this energy that comes in and hits it, and it starts to crumble, and sometimes it falls apart. And this is just saying that perfected work is continue to work at it. So I'm not giving up on my love life. I'm just gonna keep working at it. All right, so let's keep shuffling. And as soon as I started shuffling, a card already jumped out. And this card is the Queen of Pentacles. Yes, now this is a really good card. So far, good cards, but then this one card is the card which is the Blasted Tower. This one card is the card that's like, okay, yes, that is what my love life has been like in the last year or so. And perfected work, still working at it, okay? Still not giving up. So the Queen of Pentacles is a woman who does not give up. Let me tell you why. Because she is a queen. She is a queen. She does not give up. And the Pentacles is the earth sign. So this is definitely speaking to me because I am a Capricorn. You see these two Capricorn symbols right here? Capricorn. Let me stop. So this is the Queen of Pentacles, and this is just saying this is a woman who is independent. This woman, she knows her worth. This woman works for what she has, because you also see some other things in here. You see a goat right here at the top. Then you see something that looks like a ram down here, and my ascendant is in Aries. And you know, this woman, she knows her worth, she knows her value, and she knows that she's just going to keep working towards what she wants, because she is going to get that justice in love. I am going to get that justice in love. Yes. So let's keep shuffling and see what else comes out. Now, I did have some things just fall out, but this is like a whole stack of cards. I'm not using that. I'm looking for singularity or cards. See, like that's singularity. That's a clear sign. When you get like a bunch of cards that fell down at one time, that can just be considered like a misshuffle. Okay? But when you get a card that clearly flies out the middle of the deck all by itself, just like that, that's a clear indication that that card wants to be read. And that card is the Moon. Blessed, blessed, blessed. Okay, so we are at a new moon right now. And when you get the Moon card, this is talking about a few things. For one, it's talking about things that are in the subconscious mind, like desire. Desire is something that's in the subconscious mind. And sometimes things in the subconscious mind will come to the conscious mind. Okay. Sorry, I thought that was someone about to come in. So the Moon talks about things in the subconscious mind like desire. It also talks about things that may be hidden, hidden and waiting to be revealed. It also talks about things that are like ebb and flow, or flux and reflux. So it talks about things happening in cycles. Okay. So I feel like right now, this Moon card is just talking about setting intentions right now, because I am doing this reading to set an intention at the Capricorn new moon. And some of the things that are on my mind is love and work and success. So I feel like this is in alignment with my reading. And it's saying right now my reading says I'm thinking about love, and what's influencing my love is justice. Okay, so balance is influencing my love, truth is influencing my love, and I am looking for someone who's honest, who's a truth seeker, someone who is seeking knowledge of self, someone who's seeking balance and justice. And it looks like in the past I haven't really had those things going on. Like, it's been a challenge. Okay, it's been like I'm building or working towards it, but as soon as like this energy comes in like a lightning bolt, and then I got to jump ship. And I got to jump ship because these persons that I may be meeting or dating are not people who stand on these values. They do not stand on the value of love, and they haven't been standing on the value of justice and truth. And this is the reason why you get the Tower. Okay? Why? The Tower is there. And it's just saying that perfected work. Okay? And then you notice that this is a big old feminine Venus sign right here in between two swans and between two rams. So this is just saying continue to work at it. Now the swan represents like a gentle approach to things. Like sometimes you have to just, when you see swans, they're always just in the stream or in the river or in the lake, the pond, and they're just kind of just floating around and taking it easy. But the ram is a symbology for going after it, being a go-getter, initiating things, starting things, doing things, working at things. So this is just telling me to be patient, but to keep working at it, because I am a Queen of Pentacles. And I value myself. I know what I want. And then I have the Moon card, which talks about desires and things in the subconscious mind. And I do desire this of which I am speaking of. Okay? And let's just continue this reading, because we still have at least 4 cards that we need to pull before this story really comes together. Because now we're getting towards the results. Okay. So after the Moon card, let's see what card we need to follow up with to really tie my reading all together and this story all together for me. Alright, so I did have some cards that flipped up while I was shuffling. I'm just going to go ahead and put them back in and shuffle them, because I feel like if they're meant to come out of the deck, they're going to come out of the deck anyway. So I'm just going to keep shuffling and see what comes out. Okay, so I have 2 cards that came out already. Okay, so this next card that I have is material success. Okay, material success. So this would be saying that one of my desires is material success, and that is true. I am a Capricorn. I do desire to have success. You know, I am running a business, and a business that is not just a business, but something that is a pillar in the community to usher in light, to usher in love, and to usher in a new thought paradigm for the generations to come. So it's not just a business. I am on a mission in my life. And so who does not want their mission to be successful? Point blank, period. Okay, so material success, I have the 6 of Pentacles here, and that is one of the things that I desire. Okay. This next card that came out behind it is the 5 of Pentacles. Okay, and the 5 of Pentacles, that's the 6 of Pentacles and the 5 of Pentacles. Okay, so the number 6 talks about home, and home in your heart. You know that saying, home is where your heart is, and that's what the number 6 talks about when it talks about material success. And I do desire to have my home feel like, even though my home is where my heart is, don't get me wrong, because I love my new home and it's coming together, beautifully decorated. I love it. But you know, when you have a partner and a companion to come and spend time with you in that space, it changes the way it feels. You know what I mean? So, who wants to be in a big old empty, beautifully decorated house with no one to rub their feet or watch a movie with, or sit and eat and have dinner? So that is true. The next card that I have is the 5 of Pentacles. And the 5 talks about doing. This card is about material trouble. So these things that I desire, that I'm talking about for my material success, are in lacking right now. Okay? They're in lacking. It's like, uh-oh, something's not quite going right. I don't want to say the word trouble, because trouble is like, it's not really a good word when you hear the word trouble. But this card is just saying that these things that I desire, this material success thing, is kind of in trouble right now. Okay. So it's just saying that I need to be doing more. And this is why I have the symbol of the card of Taurus, which is the bull. And that's because the bull is a doer. And so, yeah, just need to be doing more towards that desire being fulfilled. And that could be saving money. I have been spending a lot of money. You know, when you have a birthday, you do want to go shopping and you do want to treat yourself. So a sister has been treating herself a good bit. She's been spending some dollars, and it may be time for her to cut back on spending so much and refocus on building the home and the business and the success, and also to work on networking, and networking and connecting with other resources for whatever you desire. Whatever it is you desire in your life, you got to find a way to connect with the resources so that you can get what you want. So like I'm saying, like, if I'm a pillar in the community and I'm here to spread love and light and knowledge and self-worth and truth, then I definitely want to make sure I'm networking with the right people and I'm reaching out to other connections and resources in the community so that can get done. And also, if I'm looking to be dating, and I need to make sure I'm networking and I'm meeting people so that I can be dating. Because how else you gonna find love if you're just sitting up in the house not doing anything? You know what I mean? Reading astrology books and stuff like that. So I have at least 2 more cards that need to come out of the deck for me. Oh, whoa. Oh, whoa. Oh, okay. Hold on a second. Things flew everywhere. But I do see 2 cards that are turned up for me. All the other ones are turned down. And for me, whenever I shuffle a bunch of cards, and when I'm shuffling cards and like a bunch of cards fly out and just go everywhere, if there's some that's turned up, yeah. If they're turned down, then turn down. Stay down. I'm not gonna read those cards. So cards that came out this morning. Okay, so I'm doing this reading. Really, I'm doing it over because I wanted to do it for video. But I had already done like an initial reading this morning, and these last two cards that came out this morning in a reading that I did this morning. Okay, and I'm just trying to see what else is turned up in the deck, because I like to look at that stuff too. Yeah. Okay. So, the next card that came out is the Foolish Man. The Foolish Man. And the Foolish Man, it's not necessarily saying a man per se, because it could be a woman, you know. But in this reading, the material trouble, the whole love situation, I just feel like this whole reading is just saying, like, not being a fool. Let me just say this, okay? Not being a fool, period, and I'm going to explain why. Not being a fool because if you have a goal in mind and something that you desire, right? And if you're not using your resources, then people will call you a fool. You know what I'm saying? And if you know that you need to have a certain amount of money to pay your expenses, your living expenses, and your bills, and you're not doing anything to save money, you're spending a lot of money or blowing money all the time, then people will call you a fool. Okay? And also, if you're a woman who's seeking to date or to find love in a relationship, but you are always doing the same things, you're always in the house, you're not communicating with anyone, people will call you a fool because they're gonna say, well, how you gonna ever meet anybody or date anybody if you're not making yourself available, you know. So the Fool card speaks volume coming out where it is right now. It also says look out for fools. Okay. It also says look out for fools, because especially fools that may have material trouble, because a woman who's trying to be independent or successful, and what people would call her a fool to deal with someone who has a lot of material trouble. So with the readings, there can be a number of messages that will come in the reading, and they'll all be useful. Trust me, indeed. The next card that I have that came out is the universe. Okay, so I feel like this is confirmation that this message is coming from the universe. Okay, so with the universe coming, it's just saying the universe likes for us to believe. The universe likes for us to believe. The universe likes for us to believe. Whatever we're praying for, whatever it is that we're asking for, we have to believe that it is achievable. We have to believe that it's capable of happening. Because if we don't believe that, then what is the need of asking? What is the need of praying? If you don't believe that what you're asking for or what you're praying for is capable, then what is the need of even doing it? You know what I'm saying? So I feel like this is confirmation from the universe not to be foolish at this time, to make sure that I'm putting my dollars where they need to be. Okay, no more spending $200 on shoes. And it wasn't just one pair, it was 5 pairs of shoes. You know how we sisters do. We can do it. Y'all men, y'all go out and y'all buy a pair of J's, and that one pair of shoe costs $200. And we sisters who are practical, conscious-minded sisters, we can go out here and spend $200 and get 5 pair of shoes, darling. Okay? So it wasn't anything like that. It's all good. But I'm just saying that as an example, that I need to make sure that I'm on point with putting my resources where they need to be, and make sure that I'm also on point with using my resources and networking, and also that while I'm out here dating, that I'm sure I will encounter lots of these. I have already. I have already. Okay, but also making sure that I'm not being a foolish woman. So while we women out here talking about foolish men, we need to make sure that we're not being foolish women also. Okay? Good. And I'm not. Save those cookies in a jar for a good man. Alright, so that concludes, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 cards. Okay, now I do have some flipper overs in the deck that I'm just going to go through and look at really quick to see if there are any other messages that wants to come out of this reading. So overall for my reading, I feel like my reading was about love. It was about love and finding love.